So the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer has been on the internet for quite a while. And while everybody is talking about the action, the cameos, and that insane Hulk scene, I think Marvel is hiding a much darker story underneath. What if the villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day isn't the Hulk or Scorpion, or that mysterious new threat? What if it's Peter Parker himself? Welcome back, everybody. I am the Dramatic Critic. Today, we're diving deep into the brand new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. This isn't just a reaction. We're looking at the trailer through lens of storytelling, psychology, music, editing, and theme. We'll talk about what the trailer is hiding, character psychology, music and sound design, trailer editing trick, the theme I think Marvel is building towards, my biggest hot take, one of the scenes that defines the movie, and final predictions. So grab your web shooters and let's swing into it. What the trailer is hiding. The first thing that stood out to me, Marvel is showing us almost everything except the actual story. Think about it. We see Hulk, Punisher, Scorpion, and we even see a giant action sequence. But we barely know who the real villain is. That's not an accident. It mentions a mysterious threat and a strange evolution happening to Peter himself. The trailer keeps teasing this without fully explaining it. My theory, the movie isn't about defeating a villain. It's about Peter losing himself. 4 years have passed since the memory spell. Nobody knows him. Nobody remembers him. He's devoted himself completely to being Spider-Man, and that is dangerous. The trailer repeatedly shows Spider-Man in motion, but barely any Peter Parker living a normal life. Let's talk about Peter. At the end of No Way Home, Peter made the ultimate sacrifice. He chose loneliness to save everyone else. But sacrifice only works if there's something left afterwards. Brand New Day seems to ask, what happens after the sacrifice? The trailer presents Peter as exhausted. He's older, he's isolated, he's operating as Spider-Man full time. And that's fascinating. Spider-Man has always balanced two lives, Peter Parker and Spider-Man. But what happens when Peter Parker disappears? Without friends, family, MJ, and Ned, the hero slowly becomes consumed by the role. That may be the emotional conflict driving the movie. Now let's talk about Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. Punisher represents what Spider-Man could become if he abandons hope. He's a vigilante without limits, a man who believes ends justify the means. Putting Peter next to Frank Castle feels very cautious. It's like Marvel is holding up a dark mirror and asking, is this who Spider-Man becomes if he stops being Peter Parker? The music in the trailer is surprisingly emotional. It starts small, quiet, almost lonely. Then it starts to expand into a huge orchestra sound that mirrors Peter's emotional state. The score feels less like a superhero anthem and more like a personal tragedy unfolding. The sound design deserves attention too. Notice how often the trailer cuts out the background noise before major reveals. The silence creates tension. Then suddenly, we're thrown into explosives, web swinging, and Hulk-sized destruction. That contrast keeps the audience emotionally off balance. It's a classic Marvel trick, but it works really well. Going into the trailer editing breakdown, this trailer is edited around questions, not answers. Every major reveal creates another mystery. Why is the Hulk acting this way? What's happening to Peter's powers? Who's the unseen threat? There's so many questions, but no answers. Marvel keeps opening doors without letting us walk through them. The pace is also interesting. The first half is a bit slow, character focused, reflective. Then the second half accelerates rapidly. Quick cuts, action bursts, explosions, chaos. The editing is telling us something. Peter's life begins under control, then it starts to spiral. The trailer structure itself mirrors that. My theme prediction is simple. You can't live as a symbol forever. Spider-Man has become a symbol, a legend, a hero, but Peter Parker is fading away. The title Brand New Day sounds optimistic. But I think the movie asks a harder question. Can Peter truly start over, or is he trapped by the choice he made? Every Spider-Man story ultimately comes back to responsibility. This movie may explore responsibility from a different angle. Not responsibility to save people, but responsibility to save yourself. This is my hot take. I don't think Hulk is the movie's biggest surprise. I don't think the villain is either. I think the biggest surprise is that this may be the darkest Tom Holland Spider-Man film yet. Not because of violence, not because of stakes, because of psychology. This feels like a story about depression, loneliness, and identity wrapped inside a superhero blockbuster. And honestly, that's exactly where Spider-Man stories are strongest. The one scene that defines the movie, for me, it's not the giant action sequence. It's the image of Peter alone, a forgotten hero protecting a city that doesn't know his name. That single idea perfectly summarizes the entire premise. Spider-Man is loved, Peter Parker is gone. If Marvel nails that concept, this movie could become one of the biggest, emotional, powerful Spider-Man films ever made. So now it's time for my predictions. Prediction 1. The mysterious villain isn't the final emotional challenge. Peter's identity crisis is. Prediction 2. MJ will play a much bigger role than the trailer suggests. Marvel is hiding those scenes. Prediction number 3. The evolution of Peter's powers will become connected to his mental and emotional state. Prediction 4. Punisher starts as an ally, but becomes a warning sign for Peter. And my last prediction, the ending will finally give Peter a chance to rebuild a life beyond Spider-Man. Not a perfect life, not his old life, but a new one. A true, brand new day. Overall, this trailer does exactly what a Spider-Man trailer should do. It gives us spectacular action, it gives us mystery, but most importantly, it gives a reason to care about Peter Parker again. And that's what Spider-Man has always been about. Not the suit, not the powers, and definitely not the villains, but the person underneath the mask. But what did you think? What is Marvel hiding? Who do you think the real villain is? And what's your biggest prediction for Spider-Man Brand New Day? Let me know. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, remember, anyone can wear a mask, but staying human is the hard part.